Have you seen a ship in a bottle before? It's exactly what it sounds like. A tiny model ship, beautifully displayed inside a glass bottle. They're really neat, but also kind of mind-boggling because I don't understand how the ship fits through the small opening of the bottle. It just doesn't make sense. I've always wondered how they're actually made. Well, today I'm gonna find out because I'm gonna try to build this vintage DIY kit from the 1980s. This seems a bit daunting right now, but you know how they say that you should take inspiration from those who have gone before you? Well, from what I've seen, the expert crafters are a lot of old dudes. I love it. Look how proud they are. So my challenge is to see if I have what it takes to be like these creative grandpas. And it starts with this, which I bought from eBay and hopefully isn't a scam. The description says it's brand new, unused, and unopened. But definitely seems pretty open to me. Not off to a great start, but hopefully all the pieces are in here. We got a bottle, which is great. Some instructions. And then a bunch of other parts inside a little baggie, so looks like everything is here. You know how vintage stuff has that distinct old smell? This all has it. It's as if it was just stuffed in someone's closet for many years and then posted online for some sucker to buy. Well, that sucker is me. And we're about to try to build it. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold up. Apparently I need all these other materials first. I'm not gonna show you each one, you get the idea. It was a lot of stuff. All right, now I'm actually ready to begin. What's first? Surprisingly, I do know what a hull is because of a past video where I turned a kid's sandbox into an epic floating boat. So hull means the bottom of the boat part, which is this guy right here. And it came with the cutest little piece of sanding paper to make it nice and smooth. Even though this tiny vessel won't be floating across a lake, I'm still determined to make it as cool as possible. I cut out these tiny hatch covers, and now I gotta glue them on somehow. Oh, they're so small. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Yep, it's all over my fingers. Classic. Okay, easy does it. Oh no, dropped it. Okay, focus. There we go. It now makes sense why tweezers were on the list of materials needed, so I switched to those to save myself from more gluey fingers. Once all the wood pieces were in place, I cut this black tubing, which is meant to be the cannons, which makes this boat way cooler now that it's got heavy artillery. Then I did a few other finishing touches before moving on to the next step. Dang it. I think I'm missing some pieces. Maybe it was a scam after all. What the heck? Yeah, I'm supposed to have 6 tie-down pins. And I got 0 of them. But I'm just gonna roll with it. I think I might have something. Yes. Staples. They seem small, and if I bend an individual one, maybe that'll work? I don't know. Hopefully. And bam! I got the other 5 staples jammed in, so hopefully that does the trick. I think we're moving on to some painting next. I'm really excited for this part. I enjoy painting, and I think it's gonna transform the chunk of wood into what will actually look like a proper ship. Let's do a Connor classic, a good old painting time lapse. As a kid, I always wondered how these were made. I assumed that it was one of these two options. Number one, you cut the bottle in half, put the ship inside, and then glue it back together. Or number two, the ship is fully built inside the bottle using tweezers. But there is in fact a third explanation. The ship is collapsible, so it fits into the bottle and then is folded up into position. And of the three options, this is the correct one. That's the secret sauce. It honestly makes way more sense than cutting a glass bottle in half. It still sounds tricky and sort of impossible to like prop up the sails, and I don't know. But that's how it's done. That's the secret. Now you know. Check it out. It's starting to look like a proper little boat. Yes, I love it. Okay, I think what's next is we gotta build some sails for it. Okay, I actually have to build the masts first, which are the wooden beams holding up the sails. And now it's time to cut the different parts out of the fabric for the sails. I just traced the template that it came with, which made it nice and easy. And now, like a weird tiny puzzle, I just glue them all together. And just like that, my boat is now a sailboat. Bam! Check that out. Let's go. And it's officially now too big to enter into the boat. So this is where the magic happens. Am I confident that I can pull this off? I don't know yet, but so far, so good. Oh man, I have no idea. Look at that. It's gonna be in there eventually. That'll be so cool. Okay, what's next? No way. Are you serious? It's happening again. Brass wire brackets. Should be included, and it's definitely not. Dang it. These brackets are arguably like the most important piece because it's the whole hinge mechanism that goes through the mass, and then it'll raise it and lower it so it can go into the bottle. Like without them, it's just a ship and a bottle. You can't combine them. Okay, I gotta come up with a solution here. Is the answer to my problem right on the table in plain sight? These staples have already kind of worked once before, so maybe they'll work again? It's worth a try. Okay, let's test it. Please work. Okay, so that's it in the standing position, and then it should hinge. Yes! Oh yeah! I think that'll work. And then once it's in the bottle, you pull it back into place. I mean, it's janky, but hopefully it works. Yes. Let's go. Staples for the win. And so each sail got its very own janky staple as the makeshift bracket. It's definitely not ideal, but I'm just working with what I got at this point, and what I got is a big box of staples. Guess what material was missing and not actually included? I'm not even surprised at this point, just disappointed, but I think I know what the solution could be. Grandma's sewing kit, to the rescue. Da-da-da. I mean, I'm sure she's got some thread in here somewhere. Oh yeah. Look at that. Thanks, Grandma, for your contribution here. I'm thinking this will work just great for the rigging, especially with such easy-to-follow instructions. Oh, it's making my head hurt. This is a complex process for such a small little project. There's a lot that goes into it. It's pretty crazy. Let me read you a little section here and tell me what you think. So, cut a new length of thread and tie a knot around the mizzen mast under the intersection of the lateen spar and mizzen mast. Lead the thread to and around the main mast just above the upper yard arm, then to and around the foremast above the upper yard arm, then down to and through the hole in the tip of the bowsprit. What language is this in? Honestly, these maritime boat terms are confusing. I'm just gonna reference the photo, I think, and just make it up. And that's what I did for legit the next 2 hours. I really struggled with it, honestly. I felt like my fingers were way too fat and big to be tying these super small knots, and yeah, it was just overall really difficult. But thankfully, I finally got it all finished, and I was proud to be moving on. No! Oh my goodness. It just all fell apart. This project has been so tedious and time consuming. In case you can't tell, it's dark out, which means I've been working on this all day, and I was nearing the end, and now it's just a tangled mess. I had no choice but to undo all of my hard work. I guess I just don't have what it takes. I'm sorry, I tried my best, but unfortunately I think this one, I gotta quit. Psych, there's no giving up here. I got up early the next morning, made a coffee, and now it's time to redo it. I think I'm gonna use a lot more glue this time. Oh yeah. And so, like a bad case of deja vu, I started again the intricate rigging process. It definitely would have been easier to just quit, but there was one thing that encouraged me. This article I read about a specific creative grandpa named Len, and he said, the best bit in the painstaking creation of a ship in the bottle is the moment when it finally comes to life. It feels magical. Len looks like an absolute legend, so thank you for the inspiration, Len. That final magical moment when everything comes together, that's what's keeping me going here. I know it's gonna come soon. I think I successfully did it this time. It's not a falling apart, tangled mess. Check it out. I also added some tiny red flags to the sails, and I really love the overall look of it. And now it's finally time for it to go inside the bottle. Whew, I am so nervous right now. All right, here we go. The ship has entered the bottle. Oh my goodness. Okay, now what? I gotta glue it into place. I put some resin on the bottom. Okay, focus. Need tweezers. I'm sweating. Okay, center it. And then UV resin, hopefully this seals it. Sticks it into place. Yes. Okay, it's in place, I think. I would like to say that the rest of the project was just easy peasy, but oh no. Unfortunately, this is where the chaos started. The staples came out. Dang it. Those darn staples that saved the day had now come loose, causing me to have to somehow maneuver the sails back into position. Working with these tweezers in such a confined space was so tricky. Typically, this process is done a lot more gracefully by pulling on a thread attached to the sails that, boom, hoists them up. But again, because of my lack of proper brackets, I was forced to do it this way. The struggle bus kept on rolling for another 30 minutes, but finally, with one final movement, I did it. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done. What the heck? But it's in there. We got a ship in a bottle. Oh my goodness. Oh, my heartbeat is still just through the roof. I feel like I'm coming down from an adrenaline rush, like I was a surgeon. Oh my goodness. There is only one final step left. I'm just gonna power through it and do it, and then I'll show you the final reveal. Here it is, my first ever ship in a bottle. Built from a 1980s DIY kit with not all the parts included. It's definitely not perfect. This was one of the harder challenges I've done, so mad respect to Len and all the other pros out there. So I don't think this hobby is for me, but I did it, and I'm proud that I can just... No!